All right. So when it comes to starting from zero, the first thing you have to do is find out where you're at and then where you're going. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at all the financial stuff, all the gap analysis stuff. We're going to basically get a baseline of where I'm at, so you guys know, and I'll be as transparent as possible. There are some things that I'm not trying to show, and I'll go over it, but I won't like necessarily go deep in depth with everything I have. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do today is kind of find out the gap, what our goals are going to be for the next year, for the year of 2021, and then kind of just figure out how to go from there to once again go from 0 to 6 figures within one entire year, and then record the journey and the process so you guys know how things should go or what to expect. And not only that, but to give you confidence, help, whatever it is you need to go through, I'll go through it same as you. So if I'm gonna share my screen with you guys really quick. And then I'm gonna put on my glasses because I can't see. I'm legally blind. The only reason why I don't want to put on my glasses is because I got like the glare and stuff coming at me. But I guess you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. You know, whatever. So as you can see right here, take that out. Yeah. So as you guys can see right here, currently, this is what my sheet looks like, right? So my income is 0 because that's where we're going to start off with. My assets is 0 because that's where we're going to start off. All I have is how much, like the debt that I have. So I have about 3,400, let's just say 3.5K of debt in my name. This right here is, oh, this is for Call of Duty Warzone. So I play Call of Duty Warzone all the time, and I'm trying to find some good guns for that. So I mean, I think I just wrote it there to figure out what class to build. But this is kind of like all the subscriptions that I have is written on like a calendar and stuff. So you can see if I change this from 550 to 600, it's going to change on the bottom right here. So 550 again. So as you can see, what I have in red is what I have to pay every month without whatever. I do have a roommate, so this is, and she's the one who pays it off every month, so it goes out of her bank account. So this is what I have to give her at the first of every month. What I did is give her for the month of December, doesn't count because this is just kind of like what's going to go throughout whatever we're going to do. So for the month of December, this doesn't really count up here. I've already given her for the month of December. So now starting, I have one entire month of January to find a job and to start bringing in income and to start testing so we can start going from, 0 to hero, or so to speak. So yeah, so this is how much I give her. I have to give her $660 every single month. What else? My wealth account. So what we're gonna do, and I'll just go through it. Acorns, $20 a week every Monday, and then also it does that little roundup thing. This is just like a passive investment way. So you guys, because right now what I'm trying to do is not only just make money, but also build some type of wealth. And so Acorn, I set it up so it just takes $20 every single month. Which is why it says 80, and then plus whatever roundups they do from my regular spend. My car insurance is $100. My phone bill is $70. It's not actually $70. A lot of these things I round up, so my actual expenses aren't really like 1.4. It's probably like 1.2, maybe. But needless, we're still gonna say it's we're still going to round even 1.4 up to 1.5. So that way I have a safe baseline on whatever I have to go through. And even if I'm a little bit over the budget, which by the way, I don't really believe in budgets, but for example, for this, whatever, even if I'm a little bit over what I anticipate to spend, it's okay because I gave margin for that. So Yeah, my phone bill, $70. Netflix, once again, I like watching movies. I like playing video games. So I have that Headspace. I meditate every single day. PlayStation Network, I play PlayStation. Just got the PS5. Shout out to my sister for throwing me with that PS5. I go to the gym. My car for gas is $100. That might change depending on the types of jobs we're going to get. The KK loan. So I I uh I got a loan for a certain amount of money. This is like the thing that I didn't want to whatever. For a certain amount of money that I have to pay back $200 every single month for a little bit, and eventually I'll get that out. And then so a wealth account. So the wealth account is going to be what we're going to be using to uh like when we're building wealth, we want to have assets, liabilities, and income, right? So, for example, assets could be like a house or whatever, and you guys are gonna see me build this because this isn't just drop shipping, even though I'm using drop shipping as a main vehicle to drive me up. Um, this is this is more of a wealth type of goal at the end of the day. I want people to see how you can go from and not really having much to getting whatever it is that you need to get or whatever it is that you want to get, you know? So this is my monthly expenses is 1.4, $1,450. Once again, that's rounded up. So probably not that much. But even with this is I'm going to round this up to a total of 1.5 every single month. So every single month, $1,500 I have to have in this account. When it comes to things like pay yourself forward, I do believe in paying yourself first. Uh, that's why I have this wealth account, this Acorn account, because and I also have money on the side that I give to my uncle every single month, and he just keeps it in a bank account. And eventually, one day, we're gonna buy a house with it, or we're gonna buy a rental property, or something like that, to keep the assets flowing. You know, that's what the wealth account is. But yeah, so 1,500 is gonna be the goal that we're gonna look for every single month. We have to find a job, or I have to find a job that gives me bare minimum $2,000 every month. The reason why that is because um, the reason why that is because on top of the 1.5, remember we still have to make money for drop shipping, and on top of that, we have to just sustain yourself. Go out to eat. I don't believe in like living below your means and all this stuff. Like if you want, I don't want to live in the things of what I wanted or what I could want. So not instant gratification, but also not, just straight up saying, oh, I don't want to eat because these $20, it's just $20. There's going to be a day where you can make $20 in your head in a second, and then make it come to fruition, especially like flipping real estate or like making equity and things like that in properties. You can create money out of thin air. And I just want to not have that limitation on in my head or in my mindset to be like, yo, this is what it happened. This is, you're not allowed to do this because you just limited yourself. Money, you have to, well, at least in my head, and I don't know if I'm wrong or right, but I just think in abundance. I think of that whatever money I will want to make, I will make. And then you guys will see how that goes in the next slide or in this next sheet that I'm showing. So right here, this shows the debt that I have. So I 3,400. This is my uncle, so I rarely like borrowing money from anybody. But sometimes, you like, for example, these 500, I could have been paid him those 500, but especially with the amount of money that I've given him already to save up, he knows that if he needs those $500, he has a good job. He's very stable and he's very he makes good decisions with his money spending, and he saves a lot. So I'm almost guaranteeing that he won't ever need this 500, whether I pay him back or not. But you just want to pay I just want to pay my family back. So, you know, he knows we have over a certain amount of money in the bank account that I've given him so far. He can take those 500 out whenever he wants. Same thing with my Uncle Chui. He can take that money out whenever he wants. A lot of like my family, whatever, they could just take out that money whenever they want. So I'm not too worried about it, but I do want to have some type of debt so that you guys can see that this is not just about building stuff. It's also about eliminating debt. It's about trying to be living on a wealth account or wealth mindset. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of debt to put on that I have to pay off, and go like that. I know for some people they have 10,000, they have 20,000, they have 30,000, they have 100,000. But you know, I'm not here to put $100,000 worth of debt on my name or on me. This is just like, yo, start from zero, go up, and go from there. So now the daily records, this is going to show what I'm spending every single month. This is on my personal account. I have one for business as well. I have one. Okay, so right here. So I have one for business as well that's going to show us what I'm spending every day or on the day. So maybe once a week I'll put up, hey, this is how much I spent. This is like what you spend it on. So this will all be a bank account, you know, separate and stuff like that. The amount I spend, and it will all tally it up. You can see here where it says sum C2 whatever to see. So anything that I put in here, it will add up, and then we'll be able to keep a record of how much money, you know, so we can have a good cash flow going. Then once at the end of the month we figure out what's going on, we'll put it on the monthly total. This monthly total will automatically add up to this yearly total, so we can see what we've put in so far for the year of 2021. Then income, right? So even a business, I treat everything like a business. So even a business has to have income. For example, invested. So this is how much I've invested personally every single month into this business. And then you're able to see like at the end of the year, you're going to be able to see like what are the end results or whatever. So from a store, so like things, for example, when I put invested, this is money that I put in out of my own pocket for working these jobs, you know, that I have. So that's invested. Sometimes it's going to be what my family gives me, or what I have a business partner. If I choose to have a business partner, you know, keep your options open. So that's what the invested is for. Income from store. So this is the revenue after every single month that you have. So if you make $50,000 in 1 month, you're just going to put, for the month of January, you're just going to put 50,000 on the month of January, move on from there. Other places, just in case you have affiliates or, I don't know, affiliates, ambassadors, you never know. So just keep a open thing. So other places, you know. Then you have your expenses. Obviously that's tells you what it is within itself. Assets, things like this. For example, this year I learned that having inventory counts as an asset towards your business. So that's why I have assets there. And then also liabilities. There are liabilities in everything you do. For example, even a Shopify domain, that's a liability, because you're not necessarily going to make money from that Shopify subscription like you are, but technically it's just there to take $20 away from you. Kind of like if it's a mortgage, that mortgage is going to be taken away, so it's a liability. But if you rent it out and you make money, that mortgage kind of like cancels itself out and then gives you a positive return on ROAS. So that's why you'll have that's why I still have it there. So let's see where we're going. So yeah, cash flow. So you guys know how everything is going to go. Obviously I haven't kept up with it. I definitely will for the month of January, and then so on until the next whatever, till 2021. Yep, that's the cash flow. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to cash flow sheet. And then this sheet number 3 is just really there because it is. I don't know. So YouTube start. we're gonna start filling our assets, our baseline on what we can do to make money and to become even better, or to do what it is that we have, just so we have a basic inventory of what we are, I'm at, look at me at saying like what I have, so that you guys can see, So 1 year freedom goal, I have a whole freedom goal of 3 things so far. So to be debt free, at the end of the year, I want to be 100% debt free. And that is meaning just bad debt only. For example, there's good debt and bad debt. You can go into good debt you can go into debt for $100,000 to gain appreciation in real estate, or gain some type of positive ROAS in real estate. I think sometimes it's like for cash flow and stuff, and we're gonna go through all of this in the videos to come, within whatever the future, I guess. Make 6 figures. I do want to have a numerical number, so at least $200,000 by the end of the year. And then have a passive income of $1,000 every single month. So 1K per month. I'm gonna put this up like this. Cool. So that's what it is. We're gonna have that's the yearly goal, right? So then what revenue do I have? Nothing. I don't have a job. I stopped all my stores. And actually I had 4 or 5 stores running before the month of December. I turned all these off just so I can have the December off. But I'm not gonna turn them back on. And in fact, I'm actually gonna start shutting down stores. There's only 2 stores that I have to keep up just for customer services and to make sure that the items have been given to the customers. But other than that, the other stores that are not necessarily needed, shut down, will be good. So revenue, no job, no job, no income, 0. Butt kiss. Financial baseline. Okay, we'll get through all that in a second. So assets, what do we have in assets? So when I think about this, since we are technically starting at 0, I already have I've been purchasing cryptocurrency. I have a couple dollars in Bitcoin. I'm recording on my phone. So it's Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I've been purchasing that like weekly when I was doing other things during this year. I have I don't know what the names are. I just kind of like purchase them like whenever they're low. I sell high. I really am an amateur when it comes to cryptocurrency, so maybe I don't know what I'm doing, but just so you guys know, I do have that in assets, but that is more like a long-term play. So those will not be touched during this year unless you make so much money that it should be touched. You know what I'm saying? So as far as assets, I have cryptocurrency. I have obviously money in a specific bank, and then kind of like whatever family has or whatever. But what is something I do know that I have, one is a car. The reason why I call that an asset is because we're going to make money off of that and then go from there. So I do have a car. Let me just make sure I didn't write anything else down. Nope. Okay, so yeah, I have a car. What else? I have, obviously your computer going to make money with that, so I'm just going to put CPU. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it. Just that and the relationships that you have. Those are pretty much the whole asset ratio thing. So I do have a car and I do have a computer. all you need for drop shipping, to be honest. And really, you can make a lifestyle off of that. You can make a living off of that. Not only living, but like, Chane? Bitch, oh, this devil be gone. I don't know if you guys heard that, bro. It was like a, I don't know what the hell that was. Um, but whatever. So yeah, so you could just make a living, and you can make an abundance living with a car and a computer. That's all you really need. Most of the time, you just don't even need a computer. I mean, never mind. That's all you really need. So now financial baseline pre-tax income 0, expenditures. So how much I'm spending every single day, every single month is at least a minimum of 1,500. Then we're running on skill sets, because you need to know what you can do to make money. Remember, this is about creativity. It's not just about grabbing a job and then going from there. Sometimes that is the stepping stone to get what you wanted to get into a further lifestyle or whatever. But I like, if the opportunity comes to where I don't have to have a job, or I can just work for myself, or I can do something with my skill sets, then we can go from there, right? Anything you have is definitely going to help you. So, for example, I used to drive for Domino's. So driving or like deliveries is going to be one of those skill sets that I have. So I know anyone can do it, but that's still, I still qualify that as a skill set. Cooking is a skill set that I have. I've been a chef. I've been cooking for a while now. Not like as a professional, like top American Top Chef, but like in a restaurant, in the kitchen. I've managed. I've uh, like in the ghetto way, like I was the manager without being the manager. I've done inventory. I've done I don't know. I've pretty much done it all: dishwashing, cooking, pastas. I learned how to do all that stuff, and I'm still learning because I really like food and I like to cook. So cooking is good. Painting cars slash shoes. So what I used to do before I even went into cooking is I was painting Harley Davidson's um, motorcycles. So I was painting some of those for the year of 2020. I think it was either 2020. Yeah, it was definitely no. Yeah, so I was probably doing that in 2019 for 2020. So that's probably where I was going. But yeah, I was painting motorcycles, but at the same time I was painting customized shoes. So there's usually like so there's usually like hype beasts and stuff like that have like those Air Force Ones with the cool little galaxy like custom thing going on there. So that's what I used to do. I was dude boss at this. But it just took too long, and then after a while, I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I just stopped and I gave it to my brother because he wanted to start doing it. But that's still a skill set nonetheless. Might take a little bit to get back onto it and be like as dope as I was. But whatever, practice makes perfect. Then web development and slash marketing. Obviously, you guys know that I've gone deep into the 6 figures with drop shipping. I've done Facebook ads. I've been playing with Snapchat ads, TikTok ads. I haven't done influencer marketing, even though I hear that's like what's popping right now. And we might just try that on in the future videos. But yeah, for now, just web development and marketing. And this is kind of like something that I don't really want to push into it. This go around just because the web development and marketing and stuff. The reason why I didn't want to go into this is just because it's kind of like an unfair advantage, because that would be me using my experience that I've already gained to help me out and fast forward it easier, which kind of makes sense why there are people that are like, for example, I think it was David Ramsey, or however you say his name. He went millionaire, broke, and millionaire with the quick, like maybe like within 5 years. Um, and I think because, yeah, I think even um, Jim Rowan or whatever, he said that he lost big time once to a tune of a couple of millions. But then he made his money back because he already had that mindset of making a million. Plus, he has the experience of it all. So it's still like I'm going back from zero, but am I really starting fresh and new? I feel like if I did this like on a completely different discipline. For example, if I went into real estate doing this from zero to something, to that something in real estate, or to that something in fulfillment by Amazon or like eBay or something like that, it would be more leveled out. It would be more equal and fair. But nonetheless, I still have those skill sets. So that's kind of like what I play with. So that's how I'll do that. Web development and marketing, that's how it is. So then after that, I have to figure out what is all like what are, like things that I have. So I have my car and all that stuff, but another thing that I have is my bank accounts, right? I have multiple bank accounts for multiple different things. And for example, Carlos, that's that uncle I was telling you that I give money to every single month. Or actually, it's been 200 every single week. But since we're going back to zero, it's just gonna look like a monthly subscription. So it's gonna be every single month for just to maybe in the future buy real estate, or I don't know, invest into something later on in the future, flip a car, something. It's gonna be used for something like that. So wealth account, that's why that money I will never touch. I will never take out to fulfill my own stuff unless it's for investing or creating something passive, things like that. So then Chase, I have a thing with Chase Bank, um, a bank account with Chase Bank. BMO, I really don't like using BMO. Um, One thing that really surprised me is one time I was moving all my accounts or all my Shopify stores from a BMO account into the Chase account because I like Chase better. BMO or then Shopify took one last subscription where I was negative $5 into BMO, but I just didn't know for like 1 or 2 weeks. And then by the time I look at it, I'm negative $150. And it's like, okay, obviously it's going to be a trap because you're going to get charged from not having money. You're going to get charged money that you don't have for not having money. So how are you even going to start, being rich and all that stuff if you're already being played down in the negative? That is not something that's good. So that's why I put never use again, unless they can fix something like that, or unless they have something to be able to fix like that. I will never use the BMO bank again. So then I have a business bank account with PNC. I like using PNC. I've banked with them for years. They're pretty fair and they don't really like mess around with a lot of BS. They're just straightforward, pretty easy, pretty simple. And I just kind of like them all around. So then in the PNC, I also have this account where they give you 3 accounts extra, right? So they give you a spend account. So that's going to be where our daily spend is going to be, which is why you have this cash flow daily record sheet right here. Money hold. So this is going to be money where I don't necessarily want to put it into the daily spend. It's just going to be put into this place for maybe an emergency, maybe in case I just need to hold money there to stay organized, whatever it is really, or in case I need to send money to anybody, things like that. That's, how we're going to do it. So money holds, and then growth / active invest. So in the growth account, I can only take it out, or I can only dip into it 5 times a month for whatever, because otherwise I'm gonna get penalized or whatever in that bank account, because it's not a daily account. It's just for growth. Growth. So that's what I use to actively invest. So if I'm going to put like $600 into this account, I'm planning on taking those. It's a short-term investment because I'm planning on taking those 600 out to buy, for example, a spray can or a air spray machine, so I can spray the shoes again, so I can sell shoes in a different, way or manner or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have. If you guys want me to like put up a sheet like this, like in I don't know, in a link or something like that, let me know, because I'll definitely be able to put these things down. This is kind of like what I use to stay organized with everything I do, and that way I know I have records of everything I have. So I'll let you guys know what I'm gonna do later on, but I just want to give you guys that financial baseline. I will show you the bank accounts that I'm going to be able to put into it. That's why we have that daily, so that you're able to see this entire thing going on. That's why I have it, so you guys can be, so I can be as transparent with you guys as possible. But once again, I do own multiple businesses, and I do have and I am using one of these bank accounts so that can still run, but yeah, that's just not but I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna show you guys everything I'm gonna do from here on out. So yeah, that's pretty much all it is here. This is the episode of the financial baseline. Oh, what the fuck. This is the episode of the financial baseline within itself. And yeah, that's really about it. Next episode is going to show you guys what I'm going to do with the moves I'm going to plan to make, the plan, and then the execution. So this is all I have for right now. I'll see you guys later on.